All right, hey you guys, welcome back. Day 16 of Coach Basics. Today on the menu, we've got adding people, adding new people, and building relationships. So this is one that a lot of people don't like to do. They think it's weird, they think it's awkward, and I think I can speak for all of us right here that it is awkward and it is weird. But the more you do it, the better you get. And the easier it becomes. So I'm going to show you, kind of walk you through what I do, and then go from there. So let me share my screen. All right, can you guys see this? Okay. I work primarily from Facebook. I know a lot of coaches work from Instagram and that kind of thing, and I just haven't had the time or the energy to put into Instagram, so I just focus mainly on my Facebook. And this is one of the things that I do every single day is add new friends, message new friends, and kind of build a relationship with them. So there are lots of different ways that you can find people on Facebook. You can go to friends of friends and that kind of thing. What I have been doing more so lately is I come up here to my little friend requests. You can see different things here. What I do is I see all, and then I start looking through these people. And I try to find ones that I at least have, more than like 6 friends. That's okay with me. Like, I'm okay with that. But then I always try to look and I try to see, like this person, I'm not really sure if that's the mom or the daughter who's Grace.
It's the daughter.
That's the daughter. Okay. So thank you. So I won't add. But anyways, if I'm unsure, then I come over here and I try to creep and I try to see, like, do we have stuff in common? And then if I don't, then I just remove them. Like even this person, okay, I kind of look at them and I think, okay, is this the type of person that I would connect with? Probably not. But I click here and I always look to see what friends we have in common. And I look to see if they're friends with other coaches. And I can already see that she's friends with 2 or 3 other coaches. So I'm not even going to add her because I'm trying to find people that aren't friends with other coaches. I was hoping I could at least find one, but let me see. But anyways, so, and I look at their job too sometimes, just from experience. Okay, this gal is the owner, runner, manager, whatever, of Derma Skincare. I've just noticed that sometimes people like that are just a little resistant. So that's not somebody that I really want to connect with. Oh my gosh, I was hoping I could find one. Let's see. So here, do I have any mutual friends with her? And, what friends do we have? Are there any other coaches? Nope, I don't see it. Perfect. So then what I do is I click add friend. And I kind of look at her. Oh, she's got a kid. Perfect. We look like we'd be great. So I send them a friend request. And then once people accept my friend request, I come over here to my friends tab. And I go to recently added. And then I look here and see, who has accepted my request. Now, you'll notice I do a lot of lists and a lot of paper stuff, but then I write their name down. And again, if you conquer Streak and you go from there, it's way more better than paper and pencil, but for me, this is what works. So I write their name down, I write when they accepted my request, and then I add them into a friends list. So what that looks like is you can see here's all my friends list right here, and here's my new friends. So these are the friends that have accepted my request this week. How you do that is you scroll down to your friends, you click more, and then you can create a list. Give the list a name, so new friends. It won't let me do that because I already have one. But then you can type in who you want to add to this list. And then, I'm not going to make a new one, but then you can click on it, and there are all their posts. So here's everything that they've posted. So then this is where I go through and I build their relationship. I like that. Maybe I'll comment on that. Right here, I could comment and be like, looks like fun. So there you go. I added some value. And I don't have a lot of people on this list, so there's not a ton to add to. But then I go through once a day and I just add value. I add to those relationships and I continue to build them. And then what I do is 6 weeks or 1 week after they've accepted my request, then I shoot them a message. And it's just as simple as saying, I simply say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm not sure if we know each other, because chances are we don't know each other. But I say, not sure if we know each other or not, but we had a lot of mutual friends. And then I give them a compliment, something about either them, like you're gorgeous or something like that, or I say your family's beautiful, something that I've noticed the past week of adding value to them. So I give them a compliment. Sometimes they message me back, and then we go back and forth and we have a conversation. And then usually 6 weeks after I send that message, that's when I invite them to a challenge group. Those 6 weeks, so I'm still adding value to them. I am still connecting with them. They're seeing my posts on Facebook, all that good stuff. So that's kind of how my mind goes with adding new people. And again, I try and sit down every day and add at least 5 to 10 people and hope that they accept my request. So that's what I got. I'll pass it on over.
Okay, so what I do is kind of the same as what Kylie does, but it's a little bit different. I go through on Facebook and basically what I do is like I go to somebody who's a really good friend of mine. So like this girl, she's from Lamar's, so I went to high school with her. She's a mom. She has 2 kids. She moved to Sioux Falls, and I just go to her friends and I just look at like who we were friends with in high school. So like maybe go through our high school list and see like, oh, him, Trace Plotty, I remember him. We went to school together. And then I just add him. Or like Michelle, like she was a year older than me. She has a baby now. I'll add her. So it's just when I first started, I was like, I'm not adding random people. It's not happening. And so what really worked for me was to go to somebody who I knew. And then maybe just wasn't friends with on Facebook yet. So that's something, I know a lot of these people like from Lamar's probably aren't friends with a lot of the coaches that I know anyways, because most of us are kind of up in Northwest Iowa. So like if I would go to, I don't know, this person, kind of, you can always go down here to mutual friends and kind of check and see what Kylie said too. Make sure that other coaches are on there as well, because I don't know, it's kind of a waste of your time, I guess. If they're super close to somebody else. I don't see any of the girls that I am associated with or talk to, so I can go back and then just click add. So that's one thing I do. I just kind of pick a friend that I like or that I hung out with in high school or that I know, because then that way I know her friends are quality friends, are loyal friends, because, you know, that's who you're looking for. You're not looking to add just a random Susie off the street. You want to make sure that that person is somebody you want to work with and that you want to kind of talk to. So I know Kylie mentioned when she went through, she's like, oh, this girl has kids. Awesome. You know, that's something that she's looking for because that's kind of her market. And so me, like, yeah, I could be looking, oh, she just had a baby. Awesome. You know, but mine's more of kind of like that getting married after marriage kind of stage. So kind of where I'm at, because I have people I can reach out to that have babies, and that's fine. But I do have more knowledge, I guess you could say, and just kind of like that 20 to 25 range around in there, and then kind of work from there. So that's one way I do that. I do the same thing, go to my friends and see who recently added me. And I do have a piece of paper of people that I sent requests to. And then I go back and I put a check mark next to them once they've actually added me on here. And then you can go to Streak, and then you can just type in a new person's name. Sometimes I put them in leads right away because I don't know, they messaged me or I message them or talk to them. But I do have a giant list in my binder of people that I sent friend requests to. And then I go back and I actually put the date of when they added me. So then I know, like working on a friends list, kind of like what Kylie had. Most of the time, once you add somebody, they go, like if I would go to like my homepage, most of the time they start popping up on your news feed. And so I'm actually a newsfeed scroller, which I know I probably shouldn't be, but it's just what works for me sometimes. So working on the friends list is actually really good. I work a lot from Streak. So like on Monday, I go back through my leads and I check their pages and I like 3 things and comment on 1. And that's something that we do in the Vital Behavior Group, which is super helpful. Another thing with building relationships with people. So a lot of people don't like when you just send them messages without even saying anything to them or liking anything on their Facebook page, or even if you have no idea who these people are. So sending messages to kind of get a conversation going, and then working in like your challenge group or kind of what you are hoping to come out of the conversation. But when I first started, I always was like, hey, thanks for loving my page. And like, that was it. What's the purpose? Why are you messaging people? Why are you talking to them? What are you hoping to get out of the conversation? Because if you don't have some sort of focus, your conversation is going to just, I don't know, go out of control or something. So this girl, she liked some of my stuff on Facebook. And so I just said, thanks for the love on my Facebook page. It means a lot to have incredible support. So making her feel important because she's liking my stuff and I appreciate all of her support. I'm not sure where you're at with your own fitness journey, but I'd love to chat more and see where you're at. If I can help you reach any goals you might have. Either way, let me know. I hope you find time to reach out. And then like, hey, how was your weekend? Okay, trying to get something in there. And then that was June 26th. And so this week I messaged her. I was like, hey, I don't know if you saw my last message or not. Did you get a chance? Probably too long, I guess, to message her back. But sometimes I know people don't work off Messenger like we do. And some people actually don't even have Messenger on their phone. I know my husband lives under a rock and he doesn't have Messenger on his phone. So he has to be on Facebook to get the notification that he has a message. So just know that a lot of people might see your message and just not message you back, might see your message and think they messaged you back but didn't. And then some people might not even see it. So it's just, I don't know, it's kind of a game of what do you think? But I messaged her and I noticed on my phone that it had a check mark, which means that she saw it. So I just went back and just said, hey, I don't know if you got my last message or not. You know, I wasn't barking at her or like super upset she didn't message me back. And then she just said, hey, like, yep, I went to McCall with my family, had a fun time. Hope you enjoyed yours. I did get a chance and would love to talk to you more, you know, when her traveling slows down. So it's just people, I don't know, they see your messages and the bold ones will message you back right away. The even bolder ones will message you without you ever messaging them. But the ones that I've noticed that really need the support, they're waiting for you to reach out to them. I've messaged some people and just talked to them. And a lot of them said, oh my God, I've been waiting, you know, to message you or waiting to talk to you. I had a girl this week, actually, she had mentioned, she's like, yep, I came across your page. I've been waiting to talk to you. I even asked my sister about you because I went to school with her sister. And she's like, I know I'm probably not going to get started until October, so I didn't want to waste your time. I was like, oh my God, no, like talk to me now so we can, you know, build that relationship. So when she does start, she can ask me anything. She can feel comfortable. And then one thing I've noticed, I know this is kind of far ahead, but if you're messaging somebody and you actually get them to sign up, shoot them your phone number, you know, let them, you know, be able to text you, because I noticed a lot of girls just shoot me a random message like, hey, am I supposed to use a green container for breakfast? Or, you know, just random questions. And so it's nice to build that relationship with them. And then once somebody signs up with you, you don't just stop talking to them, because those are the people that will cancel right away and find somebody else. Those are the customers who go to other coaches because you're not, you know, doing your job. So just make sure that you are grateful for people who sign up under you, and you know, you've built that relationship with them, so don't break it down by making them feel like you don't care about them, I guess. So that's all I have.
As far as the adding friends thing, like I literally go through that list that Kylie showed you and make sure that nobody's the same coach or has a coach as a friend. But then I have recently gone to like friends that I'm good friends with. I know that they went to like Spencer High School, but they live in like Michigan now. So I would go see like, oh, they might like to do it. And I know that they know my friend. So I kind of do both of them. But like building relationships wise, one major one that I know that whenever I started like adding people that I didn't know right away, I, built that relationship up and, like kind of just go throughout their life and ask them about their day. Like one of the girls that I'm thinking of right now is actually a coach on the team. I went to high school with her and I don't think I really talked to her at all in high school. And I added her and we just started talking. Like I didn't throw out Beachbody right away. And she had actually made a group about like easy recipes. And so there right away, I'm like, okay, she already knows, like they might not have been like 21 Day Fix approved, but she wants to help other people and share things, that way. So once I did reach out to her about being a part of this whole journey, and starting her own journey, she was all for it. Like right away, she just bought the 21 Day Fix because the Shakeology was too expensive at that time. But later she bought it and she became a coach. And like Megan said, during that time when she was going to get like her program or whatever, and between that time and when the group had started, I didn't stop talking to her about just life in general. Like, I mean, you can talk about the workout programs and all that stuff. And if they have questions, that's awesome. But like, ask them about how their day is going. Ask them about how their kids are or their pets are or anything like that. Like she said, make sure that they know that you really do care about them. Another thing was a girl I went to high school with, I had invited to a group, but make sure when you do that, another huge, in my mind, milestone of building a relationship is asking them what they want to do out of this, where their goals are. And, they might not be able to join a group right now, but you can go back after you keep building that relationship. And when they're ready, like bring up those goals that they had for themselves. Like you said that you wanted to lose this amount of weight and start eating healthy to get your kid on track, or just set an example that way. And yeah, so that is all I have. So
one thing I thought of when Megan was talking, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I know I am, like, don't like to answer the phone until the second or third ring, or I see a message, but I don't want to respond right away and look like I don't have a life, that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind too. Like when you're messaging them or talking to them, that some people are like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the only one that's like that. But, I don't want it to look like I don't have a life, so I can't message you back right away, or I can't answer on the first ring because, oh my gosh. So just keep that in mind too. Sometimes people literally do look at a message and they're at the park and they forget to respond and that kind of thing. So, all right, hopefully that helped you a little bit. And again, just like everything with coaching, rip off the Band-Aid, get it done. The more you do it, the easier it will become. And you know what? If you add somebody and they think you're weird for messaging them, then they unfriend you, then so what? That's not somebody that you want to work with or that you want to talk to. So, and I've had people, I add them and then they message me. They're like, do I know you? Like, why would you, I had a really weird one sometimes. She's like, why would you add me? Or I don't know you. And I was like, well, why'd you accept my friend request then? Like, if you're going to be weird, so you're going to have all sorts of things, but just know it gets easier the more that you do it. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.